Let's talk about red lights. Let's talk about chameleons. Let's talk about how they are not good for them. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Brienne and I'm sweating. Maybe just because I just sung you guys a song, or it could just be that it's a scorcher outside and we don't have AC in my house. So we're living off fans. Yes, I said it. Anyways, this video I'm gonna be talking about red lights and chameleons and how that they're not that good for them and why they're not good for them as well. So this video is pretty much based off of all the information that I've learned and gathered from chameleon forums as well as Facebook chameleon groups that I'm part of, and just normal, I guess, research that you can do on the internet about chameleons and red lights. So hang tight, I'm gonna address some of the myths first, just in case if maybe one of these myths are something that you guys believe, and then we can kind of debunk that. Anyways, let's get right into it. And I guess one common myth that maybe first-time chameleon owners may have is that your chameleon is going to freeze at night and you're going to be needing a red light for them to stay warm because chameleons can't see red light. Well, in fact, chameleons can see the red light. They can see light even when their eyes are closed. A lot of people kind of describe this as their third eye, and this is probably one of the biggest reasons why people don't keep lights on at night in their chameleon's cage, is because chameleons are diurnal animals, which means they're only active during the day and they're not active during the night. So your chameleon does need a certain temperature range throughout the day, but it also needs a certain temperature drop when their lights go out or during nighttime when they're going to sleep. And if you have a light or basking light in their cage, then they're not going to be getting their temperatures that they need, and they're not going to be getting enough sleep that they need because there's a light that's on. Rule of thumb that I kind of go by too is that your house shouldn't drop below 65 Fahrenheit. And those of you who have, or I live in Canada too, but I go by Fahrenheit for my thermostat in my house. But anyways, so if your house drops below 65 degrees Fahrenheit, then that is the only time you're gonna want to step in and add heat into the room or heat into your chameleon's cage so that they're the proper temperatures. Now, if you have a thermostat in your house, most likely your house isn't going to be dropping below 65 degrees. I know for me in the winter time in Canada, I like to keep my house, I believe, like between 69 and like 72 degrees to keep warm. It doesn't normally go below that unless my furnace doesn't work. Now, perhaps that's your case that you're going through. I would recommend buying heat emitter. They're just a coil that you can put, but again, you don't need to do that, only unless if your house or the temperatures drop below 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and most houses will not do that. Like I said, only if you don't have power and it's really cold, then it might. Next little myth that we're gonna kind of go over is that a lot of people, I guess, believe that this red basking light is an infrared bulb, and it's been proven that it's not infrared, it's just red. And like I said before, chameleons can see this color. They can see the light, and it's only harmful for them if it's used at night. And the harming that's being done to your chameleon is that it's not gonna get enough sleep, enough rest for it to go exploring its cage the next day. And then a lot of people, a lot of scientists and a lot of chameleon keepers will stress about. If your chameleon doesn't get enough sleep, they're gonna get sick, and then if they get sick and don't get enough sleep, they're gonna be exhausted and they're gonna stop eating, and when they stop eating, they're eventually gonna starve to death and die. And that's not the end goal or goal of keeping a chameleon. The goal is to have them live a long and healthy life. And I really hope that's your goal. That's why you're watching my chameleon videos. But that is the main goal at the end of keeping any animal, keeping anything alive. Dural, daytime, nocturnal, nighttime, and there's been some research into it that you should only ever use the red light with only some nocturnal animals, because they're active during the night. Maybe they want heat during the night. You want to see them during the night, that's fine. I guess there's been some studies as well that this red light for nocturnal animals, they can see the light, but it does not necessarily bug them as it would a dural animal. So if you have a nocturnal animal, you're probably more than welcome to use the red light. But as always, please do your research, because before you own a reptile, animal, or anything, you should always do your research to kind of know what you're getting yourself into, I guess. The general rule of thumb is just to say no. Say no to using these red lights. Like, chameleons, they don't need them. Buy a regular basking light. Don't use any lights at all in your chameleon's cage, because they don't need them. They don't need extra heat at night, unless, like I said, your house drops below 65 degrees Fahrenheit, but they don't need them. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big old thumbs up, and don't forget to write in the comment section below all your questions, and I will try to the best of my ability to answer them for you. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, do so now, as well as that notification just right beside it, just so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I know I'm not that regular with some of my videos, so if you hit that button, you'll be sure to get notified when I do upload any new chameleon or reptile videos in the future. Bye.